generation Hera 2 rocket. So, right about T-minus 9 minutes here. As usual, let's go ahead and take a few minutes to go over some critical upgrades to both the pad and rocket infrastructure that will help make this flight the best it can possibly be. Starting up first is our complete redesign and overhaul of the launch mount. This is LM2, our next generation launch mount that is significantly lower in mass than our previous iteration LM1. So the idea with this launch mount was overall to decrease mass while keeping capability, and with this decreased mass of about 100 pounds, by the way, um, it was critical that we added some kind of feature to make sure that the launch mount can still deal with the heat of liftoff. So here is our custom built-in flame trench. Next up, we'll go over our next generation Hera 2 rocket and some features that will be on this rocket that'll help it fly better than ever before. Starting with the complete redesign and change in fin shape. Next, we have the addition of a payload bay that also increases the rocket's height while retaining its previous mass, and lots more upgrades than that. So today's flight, the objective is to get to not only parachute separation and payload deployment, but to also have a successful recovery, because one of the things that I really wanted to emphasize in the design of Hera 2 is built-in reusability. So that's why I'm proud to announce that this Hera 2 rocket behind us, dubbed Callisto, will be flying our next 1, 2, or maybe even more flights, given that it returns in full reusable or refurbishable condition after today's launch. So here at about T-minus 7 minutes, let's go ahead and take a listen as I make some final preps on the pad and the rocket before launch. Avery, come back. Get back here. I need you to hold the guide rail really quickly. Why did you go? I told you to stay in my sight. Because I'm not here. I told you to, okay, hurry. Just can you hold the rocket up a little bit? Like just like a foot over the... Just hold the, can you actually hold the guide rail in place? Hold the rockets off the pad. It's very, very touchy right now. It's very sensitive. I don't know what's going on with it. It's being really bad. It's never done this before. Never. Hold it. That would have taken it out. What? I know, there's a plane. Where are they? Hi everyone. So we're gonna have to call a temporary hold because we have some air traffic over the pad. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold for a few minutes here until we can get this air traffic out of here. So sorry, y'all. So we're gonna be in a hold in the countdown for a few minutes here. We're still good to launch in terms of weather. It's just in terms of range safety, we're not too good right now because we have someone flying a model aircraft over here, so we're gonna have to get them down off the range. So I'll be back in a few minutes to address the situation, and the count will recycle at T-minus 2 minutes. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. The launch is still on, so don't leave just yet. We just got to make sure the airspace is clear. Are we good? Are they down? Okay. Looks like they're about to go back up. I'm going to start it while I have the time. Hold on. Hold on. What? I'm going to wait till they... Alright. I'm going to go ahead and reset the count since they look like they're out of the way.
Not out of the way. Dad said those have only like only last like 5 minutes and the batteries are very
Pause it.
They should be coming down.
Oh, they just did a barrel roll. That's kind of cool. Good with it. All right, everyone. So the range is clear for now. So we're going to go ahead and lift the hold, and we're going to start the terminal count. Let me just do that really quickly. Should be all right.
Going up.
All right, terminal count is back up. Here we go.
Oh. You know what?
Got continuity?
If the rocket hits that airplane, then it's not our fault.
I might have to stop the count again.
No.
I might have to stop the count. Okay, they're coming in for a landing. All right, we're go for launch. We have good continuity. T-minus 50 seconds here. We might have to hold again.
Hit it.
No, we're gonna have to hold.
No. I will punch
There's
them.
no other choice. We're go for launch. T-minus 15 seconds. Stand by for terminal count. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Separation confirmed. Successful parachute deploy. We're coming down.
Whee!
Seeing a little bit of wind drift. Payload deployment has been confirmed. The parachute is out. Stand by for touchdown. About 5 seconds to touchdown. Touchdown confirmed.
Strikeout for out number 2. Brings up number 27, Cody Gilbert.
What? I know. Hey everyone. Whew. So we had a completely successful flight. Oh boy. So we had a successful liftoff at about, let's see, say at about 5:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We had good stage separation and good payload deployment, and we also had the parachute come out normally, completely as expected. We did have one thing that happened. The rocket did have a hard impact with a brick wall on the edge that this fin was on. So this fin will probably have to be reprinted, but upon further examination of the rocket, it looks in pretty good condition for refurbishability and reuse in the future. So I just want to thank you all so much for tuning into the stream, and most of all, we have our payload right here. This flight was for all of you who submitted your names to fly with us on this flight. So I just want to quickly recognize these people. I don't know if you can see it because the light is weird, but I just want to say thank you all so much for your support, both online and in person, and thank you all for flying Mythos Technologies. So yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and we could have a flight here in as soon as about 5 days. So that's about the turnaround time we're looking at here upon further examination. I'm gonna go, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do some more in-depth examinations on the boost stage and the payload stage, but everything looks in pretty good shape right now for reuse in a few days. So thank you all again so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one.